The BluWave Impact Program is a new charitable extension of the BluWave Business Builders Network, in which we connect our best-in-class third-party consultants to charitable organizations and nonprofits that need their help. Our network is typically reserved for private equity clients and strategic partners that have top dollar to pay for these types of initiatives. But through BluWave Impact, we can deliver top-of-the-line business outcomes to these resources at a pro bono cost, allowing them to achieve the top-end results out of the marketplace, but still further their mission as nonprofits and drive forward the change in the communities they're looking for. Our first project through BluWave Impact was working with Second Harvest Food Bank of Middle Tennessee, addressing some operational concerns and areas for growth within their emergency food box program across greater Davidson County.
So at Second Harvest, our mission is to provide food to people facing hunger and advance hunger solutions. So we work with a lot of partner agencies across our service area, which is 46 counties in Middle and West Tennessee, really all in an effort to provide food to people that are dealing with food insecurity, but also to look at reasonings behind their need. What can we do to make sure they never have to visit a pantry again? Last fiscal year, Second Harvest, through its partner agencies and program sites, distributed over 35 million meals. It's around 42 million pounds of food. And thankfully, we partner with a lot of great entities in each of those communities, whether it's a nonprofit food pantry or a church that's started a food pantry, schools, municipalities, all in an effort to work in those communities and help the people that are facing food insecurity.
The EFB program is one of our oldest programs that we have that's been in Davidson County, and it truly makes a major impact within the city, and we see that on a regular basis.
It is pantries that are run within Davidson County by partners of ours, and we provide the food and other supports. But they're located across the county in communities that were typically considered to be low income, high need. We do have a variety of sites in terms of what they offer, but at the core, food assistance is found in all of them. Through the year, the EFB program has seen a reduction in the number of food boxes that it's distributed through, at this point, 11 different sites, 11 partners. And I think when the program was started 40 years ago, the pantries were located in areas that at that time were low income, high need. So I think just a lot has changed in Nashville and Davidson County. And we realized we've not done as good a job as we needed to in keeping up with that change.
After hearing about the challenges of the EFB program from the Second Harvest team, our goal was to connect them with a resource that could both connect with the patrons of this program and understand where there were opportunities for growth, how to offer more exciting and interesting alternatives to current food pantry items, as well as where to meet these resources in their areas of need. But in addition to that, drive data-driven insights from years of collected information about where these patrons were traveling from, what zip codes they belonged to, and numbers of total volume that was served year to year. In vetting resources across the Business Builders Network, we came across Martec Group as a perfect fit for this particular project, given their deep expertise in both strategic growth projects, voice of customer work, and a long history of serving their communities through volunteer work and nonprofit partnerships.
It was a compelling request to begin with. I think we're at Martec have some philanthropic efforts going on, but this presented a kind of a unique way to use our skill sets to provide this sort of information for what appeared to be a very a very worthy cause. Primary motivation is we knew that it was going to be right within our comfort zone to execute this type of qualitative market research and some survey research as well, and then kind of that catchment area demographic overlay. Those are things we've done before for clients. So I think that the combination of a very worthy cause and the ability to utilize our skill sets was what was probably the compelling reason that we jumped in.
There's such a big learning curve to what we do, and there's so much complexity in asking survey questions the right way or knowing how to moderate a focus group that we were able to provide for them that they probably wouldn't have been able to do themselves.
So working with Martec Group was so beneficial because I would have no idea how to start on a project like this, and being so close to the project, not seeing things that someone from the outside would see.
And Martec did a great job as far as getting the voice of the client, because that's what we really need to be focused on, is what people need, the services, and what type of services they need. And the program's been running the same for many, many years. So it's time to make a change, but you want to make an educated change. And this allowed us to do that.
It was helpful to have some of that mapping and that pulling together of data and the analysis in terms of demographics and what parts of town were probably being underserved. They looked at where our EFB sites were actually located, but then looked at, okay, the people that are accessing the EFB program as a whole, where do they actually live? And so having a company like Martec come in, ask us questions, see what the issue is, what are we trying to get to, what are we trying to solve for, walking away, putting a plan together, and then coming back and helping us implementing it, certain aspects for us, and then putting it all together and wrapping it up with a nice little bow has been wonderful, and something that I wouldn't have been able to do on my own. So with Martec's help, we were able to put together a recommendation for our leadership team that really looked at dismantling the EFB program as we know it and looking at it in a different way, and how can we support some of our partners who are already doing the work. Why would we come in and recreate the wheel? So I think this whole process, and with Martec's help, has helped us really take that step and say, this has been a wonderful program for 40 years, but it is okay to change it, and it's okay to change it in a drastic way. So it was nice to hear such wonderful feedback that the program is beneficial and it does a lot of good, but then also just some very clear ways that we could improve upon that service. When they came to us with this offer of, a consultant that could help with a problem or a project at the food bank and it not cost anything, and we don't have to be the one to manage it, that was wonderful. I don't live in the world of consultants and wouldn't have any idea how to go out and find someone to help walk me through this revamping of the EFB program.
With bringing this program to us, we were very pleased about it, because we've worked with various consultants, some paid consultants and some pro bono consultants. And so to have BluWave be the in-between between a consultant and us was absolutely fantastic. One, to identify the consultant firm that they knew and would work with in the past, and then also to work through the process through the project was very helpful, because it's an area that we don't do on a regular basis. So having this interaction and have this representation for us was fantastic.
BluWave Impact is now accepting submissions for our next nonprofit partnership. If you're a charitable organization that's looking to achieve similar outcomes to the Second Harvest Project, you can reach out to us with a little bit about your mission and the project you're looking to undertake directly at bluwave.net/impact.